Trouble ahead for Dogecoin. I see a lot of people in the market right now talking about that the cycle top is in for crypto. We're going to have to wait another 4 years before everything goes back up. Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea, and I have another video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about Dogecoin and where we're at in this Bitcoin cycle. Is there something to be worried about right now, or is it all good and we're just buying the dip? So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's hop in this video. All right, guys. So we're going to start off by looking at Dogecoin. We're looking at Dogecoin in underneath a microscope, in a vacuum. We're not looking at Bitcoin dominance, or the total crypto market cap right now. I'll tell you what, if you look at Dogecoin by itself, it doesn't look too good. But I will say we're still holding up this trend line, and it's so crazy, guys, because when you zoom out, this big sell-off is nothing. You know, you zoom out here, and the market is still intact. Yeah, we're below the cycle high, but we haven't even tested the all-time high. And when you look at this, you zoom in, it's not even that bad. But I will say that there are some signals on Bitcoin that is showing that we're kind of in no man's land. There's potentially the signal that we're getting ready for a much longer bull market. And before we get to that longer bull market, maybe a longer corrective period. But we haven't gotten that confirmation or that green light just yet. We're going to take a look at that. But guys, I do think that regardless, if we see that confirmation that Bitcoin is going to be coming down, I think that there's a buy the dip opportunity right around the corner, because 2025 should be a bullish year based on past statistics. You get one sell-off, all right? 1 year of selling off in the 4-year cycle, followed by 3 positive years. That has been the past for the 4-year cycle. Maybe it gets broken, but I'm not going to bet against the past. Now, obviously, I take profit along the way, always, because I've been doing this for nearly a decade, and you cannot time the top or time the bottom, guys. But I do think that 2025 should be bullish, and I do think that this is going to be a buy the dip opportunity. If you guys want to be buying that dip, then check out the description box below or the pinned comment down below. We have a $5,000 sign bonus to Blowfin. All you have to do is click that link, deposit Trailbit. You get a bunch of free money, as well as 10% off all trading fees for the lifetime of your account. That is a limited time offer, guys. So I recommend you sign up now, even if you don't want to trade right now. You want to trade in a year from now, you'll be grandfathered into that 10% off all trading fees. Let's look at Dogecoin. Let's look at the entire market. Let's get through this, guys. Let's figure out what's going on here. So we are sitting at rank 7 for Dogecoin, down 3.85% in the past 7 days, down about 3.35% in the past 24 hours. Dogecoin holding up relatively well, I'll be honest. But when you look at Dogecoin sitting at a 48.22 billion, the cycle high was around 66 billion. We're not that far down. We really aren't. But I do think that we need to be looking at the entire market, because Bitcoin's in a decisive situation. It's going to decide whether we're all going back up right now, or it's going to decide, okay, Bitcoin's going to cool off for a while, in my opinion. But we're going to look through this, and I'm going to show you. So we're looking at the overall crypto market cap right now. Guys, we're still above previous cycle highs at $3 trillion. We're sitting at $3.18 trillion, okay? That's all the money invested in the entire cryptocurrency asset class. The previous cycle high was 3.04, all right? When you zoom back, you can see that's where we peaked out in 2021. It's not unheard of, guys. I've talked about this a few times if you've been watching the Crypto Report. Look at this, all right? So we're going to look at past cycles. What happened when we broke out in 2021 of the all-time high for crypto as an asset class? Well, we broke out, and then guess what? We came crashing down and tested. Oh, and what month is that? And what year is that? Oh, that's January, guys. January in the post-halving year. Wow. Almost like right now. It's pretty interesting when you look back at this. And this has happened every single post-halving year of the entire life of Bitcoin, okay? It's okay that we touch back down here. It's okay, all right? That's absolutely fine. And, you know, we haven't even touched it again. But we can chop around here for a little while. That's all right. I just don't really want to see us break down below it. That would be breaking the previous cycle's data. But, you know, it's really important that we think about when we're comparing to past cycle data, it does not have to happen to a T. You know, the trading cliche is it rhymes. You know, past cycle data is not, past cycle price is not indicative of future price, okay? But it rhymes, guys. There's rhymes inside these charts from cycle to cycle. Each cycle is different, but they rhyme, all right? And that's what I'm trying to get my point across here, because we could come down here, we could dip down below, but bounce back up. But guess what? Still, every January, we're testing the all-time high for a crypto asset class in the post-halving year. I'm not that worried. I'm really not that worried right now. But there are invalidations, obviously. I do want to look at Bitcoin dominance because it's extremely important paying attention to this. If you're a Dogecoin, altcoin bull, you need Bitcoin dominance to be breaking down here. But Bitcoin dominance does not want to budge. It's insane. In my video yesterday, on my Crowcoin video, I was saying, amidst all this volatility, Bitcoin dominance is just sitting there, floating in space, just sitting absolutely fine, saying, I'm just going to sit on the beach and watch everyone freak out at the market going up and down in crazy volatile swings, and I'm just going to sit here. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy to see that. But, the third phase of the bull market is always the most volatile. And, when you look at Bitcoin right now, when you look at this, it could get a lot worse, guys. It could. And I don't want to be, I'm not trying to scare you or freak people out, but it could get a lot worse. When you look at Bitcoin's past cycle history, let's measure this, okay? From the top of 108,000 to where we are right now, that's a 15% drawdown, okay? Guys, in past bull markets, you could see 30% drawdowns. If you look at the past cycle, let's look at this. We'll do a little experiment here. Look at the past cycle. Let's measure this one. This one looks like a brutal sell-off, right? 25% correction during the bull market on the way up. Literally, how many days before the peak? We're talking, that was 51 days before the peak. We had a 30% drawdown and then a massive move to the upside. So from that drawdown, then we had basically a 50% move to the upside after that. Guys, it can get a lot worse. It can get a lot worse. But in my opinion, all that's going to be doing is just kicking the can further down the road for this bull market. I do not think the bull market's over. There's so many signals that would be signaling the top that have not triggered yet. We've not seen the all-time high of crypto asset class breakdown. We have not seen the pi cycle top indicator come in. There's many of them. When you look at market cipher, we haven't seen a breakdown below the 60 after getting into the 100 territory. There's a lot of signals that have not flashed yet. And I'm not sold on the idea that the bull market's over. But if Bitcoin continues this way down here and we reject off this trend line, because we did close below it, if we reject off of it, I do think that, guys, it's only the first week of 2025, okay? There's 51 more weeks left of 2025, and 2025 is supposed to be a bullish year based on past events, and I do believe it will be. But guys, there's a lot of time left, okay? We just got into 2025, so I would not be surprised if we do close below this and come test 88,000. We could come all the way down to $70,000, okay? That's very possible. And if that does happen, we'll probably just be sitting around for a few months, maybe 3 to 5 months in 2025 before we see that later big move to the upside to 120,000 plus on Bitcoin, probably in Q4 2025. So we are in a very precarious position, all right? I'll be straight with you guys. It looks pretty bearish. It does look pretty bearish. But guys, let's talk about how many days ago? 3 days ago, it looked pretty bullish, okay? We were so close to closing that magic number over 103,000 right here. We closed at about 102K. It was a bull trap, all right? Smacked down, all right? Right now, this could be a bear trap. People could be loading up on shorts right now. We bounce back up. But I need to be talking about all the different outcomes here because we are in the mode of Bitcoin needs to make a decision, all right? We need to be paying attention to Bitcoin if you want our altcoins to survive, guys. But we got to be paying close attention here. I do think that the risk is to the downside right now on the daily time frame. Let's look at the weekly as well. Yeah, the weekly time frame, red dot on market cipher. I'm not sold on. This is technically like a lower high, but I'm not it doesn't mean that the cycle's over, guys. Let's look at the monthly as well. I saw this earlier today on Twitter from Nick Cypher. He showed this, and I love seeing these on the monthly time frame for Bitcoin. When you get that red dot come down, you get saved by the little green dot. If you look back here, when the market dumped back down in 2021, we thought it was over when we broke below that 60, but we didn't really quite break below it. You get that green dot and you get that last impulse wave to the upside. There's a good chance that we get another push sooner rather than later. Now, I could just be all my fears I'm fear-mongering about potentially breaking down to 70,000. That could potentially not happen. You know, when you look at the monthly time frame, things still look pretty good. But, you know, the longer we stay below these levels, the more bearish the monthly will become. It will bleed into the higher term time frames. But, guys, be patient. Altcoins can come much further down. Yes, they can. But also, you got to be careful with crypto, guys. It's the most volatile asset. You don't make millions of dollars in crypto without some pain. It's just how it goes. I've been trading in this market for nearly a decade, and there's always a pump around the corner, but you always got to be taking profits along the way because no one is going to time the top. No one is going to time the bottom. No one's going to just fully unload their entire dry powder into the bottom. No one's going to exit completely out of the top. You got DCA in and you got DCA out along the way up. That's been my strategy. That's what works out best for me. But guys, let me know in the comment section below. Do you think that Dogecoin is done for now? Do you think we're going to have a couple months of sideways price action and potentially more sell-offs? Or do you think that this trend is going to hold up well? You know, I will say that the altcoins, a lot of selling has already happened, but I would be keeping my eyes on the strong altcoins. I really need to emphasize on that. You know, more altcoins are getting created every day than ever before. Literally millions of coins. It can cause market dilution. If millions of coins are getting created and people are constantly chasing the next best thing, guys, altcoins, not all the altcoins are going to go up. There's just not enough money in the world to make that happen. So that is something to emphasize on. You should be looking at your altcoins versus Bitcoin pairs. Let's look at Doge versus BTC. I'm curious about that. How we're looking on that. You know, it looks exactly like the chart on for its price right now. It's still holding the trend. Guys, we need to be patient. We need to figure out where Bitcoin's going here. And we're going to know, you know, if we see this candle closure below probably like where we're at right now, if we don't close back above 94,000, 95,000, like back, I would say 94,500. If we don't close back above that, start making our way back up here soon, and we reject off of this, then I'm looking for a bearish correction. And I'm not saying bear market, but I'm saying like a bear coin season, okay? Maybe a couple months of corrective period. But guys, you know, got to be paying attention to this. We're in a very, very indecisive period. We need Bitcoin to make a decision. If you like this type of content, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Oh, I also do want to say, please go follow me at 333blackc on Twitter. If I can get to 8,000 followers in the next 24 hours, I will give one of you guys $1,000. I want to give back to you guys in these trying times. I know it's not fun looking at your portfolio bleed out, but guys, this is the name of the game. It comes with the territory. If you want to make a lot of money in crypto, you got to be prepared to lose a lot of money. That's the name of the game. That's all I got, guys. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.